Hello, Clarice, and everybody else. Welcome to A Time to Think with Pastor Billy Joe Hillbilly. First, let me introduce myself. I am Pastor Billy Joe Hillbilly, as I said. As I've mentioned, not really, of course. I'm not a pastor. My first name isn't Bill or Billy or William. My middle name isn't Joe or Joseph, and my last name is thankfully not Hillbilly. Who I am really isn't that important. What I have to say, I think, is that's why I'm recording these videos and putting them on the internet, putting them on YouTube, because I think I have something to say that someone out there may find important. I hope that that's the case. I may be sorely mistaken. I may end up never having another human being watch these videos but myself. I guess that would be okay. It would be a bit disappointing, but it is what it is, or will be what it will be. Anyway, I do believe it's the message and not the messenger, and there's some very real reasons why I'm really not ready at this point to say, hey, this is who I am, and this is where I live, and all that. Because there are people in this world that are crazy. And I mean really, truly, bat crap crazy. And I hope that's not who you are. The person I hope I'm speaking to is a person that has an open mind, who will consider what somebody else has to say, and if they disagree with it, fine. If they agree with it, fine. If they don't agree with it, they don't become outraged and upset to the point of, violence. But unfortunately, those people exist in the world. That's a reality. I was flipping channels. It's probably been over a year ago, and I saw an episode of a series, or watched part of it at least. I think it was called "The Internet Ruined My Life," and it was on MTV, I believe. Anyway, the episode was about this young lady of Asian descent who was watching some late night talk show host or comedian or whatever, and that person told a joke that was a bit off color. It was an ethnic kind of thing, I guess, and she took terrible offense and started her letter writing campaign to get him fired and so on and so forth. Well, long story short, someone was so upset over her trying to get his favorite comedian, talk show host, whoever this guy was, get him fired from his job, that he stalked this young lady, was outside her home watching her through the window and texting her and saying, I see that you're wearing that red blouse, or whatever it was, and I'm outside your window with an AK-47 or an AR-15 or whatever. I believe he actually had a gun, maybe. I'm not sure about the details, but either way, he was there with all intents apparently to kill her because she was trying to get a comedian or a talk show host fired, and he didn't like it. People go from zero to outraged instantly anymore. People are desperate to be angry about something, it seems. You make a mistake in driving, and they're ready to run you off the road and shoot you. I'll never forget, I was coming home one evening, and I was behind a vehicle, and I'm prone to migraines, and strong smells, strong, bright lights can sometimes trigger those. And I was behind this vehicle, and it was putting out the most ungodly fumes that I've ever smelled, and I was concerned that it would cause a migraine. So I got around this person as best I could and as quickly as I could, but apparently that really ticked him off, and we spent the next half hour, passing each other and them making all these aggressive moves toward me. And all I wanted was to get out from behind them, not because they weren't going fast enough for me or not, just that I didn't want a migraine headache. But I felt in danger. And that's the world we live in now. You can't state your opinion without someone flying mad, crazy. That's why I'm not ready at this point to say this is who I am and this is where I live and, all of that. Although I'm sure somebody out there will see me and say, I think I know who that is. And, will feel, like they just have to say this is who this is. They just have to, I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping that if you know who I am, you'll keep it between us for a little while. Okay? Just for a while. At some point, I'm sure I'll get to a point where I need to say my name. Shazam. No, not really. Anyway, like I say, I think it's the message and not the messenger. But if you don't like what the messenger's saying, you can't unhear what they said. So, what can you do? Kill the messenger, I guess. Oh well, whatever. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be. Anyway, but at the here and now, in the here and now, if you don't like what I'm saying, just click the pause button, or close the tab, or close your, browser window, or just click YouTube in the upper left hand corner of the screen, and it will take you to the home page, and you won't have to listen to me, and I won't care, and you will get over it, and everything will be okay. So just keep your head on. Don't panic. If I say something you don't agree with, just post your own video and say, yeah, man's an idiot. Fine, I'll be okay with that, I promise. Anyway, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whichever it happens to be, whenever you are watching this. Anyway, thank you for your time.